Hello everybody! Happy Wednesday! It's Barb Reed, the Wexford Stamper. Hope everyone is doing well. Hey! Hi Jean! Hi Mary! Who's all there? Anne and Joanne? All my peeps. Leo, Deb Gray, Lynn. Hello everyone! Welcome! Welcome, welcome! Good to see everybody. Hope everybody's having a great day. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for joining this evening. Great to see everybody. We are getting started on some Christmas ideas this evening. And I'm going to be sharing some great ideas using the Joy of Christmas suite. And if you have your catalog anywhere nearby, the Joy of Christmas suite is on 28 and 29. Beautiful, gorgeous. I made my Christmas card kit for this month using this suite. I love this suite. Very traditional colors. It's just gorgeous. These are the projects we're going to be doing this evening. I like to try to do a card and a 3D item every week. Sometimes I don't do that, but I try my best. Both of these projects use product from this suite. Let's go and take a look at some of the product in this suite. This is a big suite. This has 2 bundles. Okay, it has the Joy of Noel bundle, has that great Noel die cut. I love, that's really great. I love having that. That's so useful. And then it also has, yes, I know, Jean, it comes and goes quickly. This is a popular one. I will keep my eye out and see when the date it is that it's supposed to return. Thank goodness it's still early. We're still in September, so we're gonna have lots of time. So I want to share some ideas so when that paper is back, you can go get it and start having some fun. Here's the second bundle. The second bundle is called the Christmas Classic Bundle. Great sentiments. I love this little greenery frame in this one, and there's just beautiful greenery in this. Of the most traditional type. It's just the picture perfect kind of things that you'd want for a very traditional card. So there's 2 bundles in this. And then there's actually 2 packs of designer series paper as well. This is the Joy of Christmas 12 by 12 paper. Gorgeous. Really love it. Be using some of that this evening for my box. And then there's also the specialty paper called Joyful, and this has some foil paper, and I use this for my card just to show that off. But all this paper has a little bit of foiling in it, makes it gorgeous, perfect for the holiday. So I'm going to be using some of that as well. And then finally, the embellishments they have are the very vanilla and basic black gingham ribbon. Love. Can use that for lots of different projects all during the year. And then they have these cute little loose holly gems and sequins. Now these are not adhesive. They have no adhesive on the back, so you can use them for shaker cards. Hey Joanne. Or you can use a little dot of glue and place them on cards. So really pretty. I use them on the front of cards. I made a card with the pretty foil paper, and then I pulled out some of the cute little notes and I glued those on the front of the card. So they're really cute, perfect way to have your crowning touch on your project. Okay, let's get back to me here. All right, so this is the projects we'll be making this evening. This is a GHIRARDELLI square treat box, but this is one that I've never made before. It has a a cute different design. So if I open it up here, one Ghirardelli out the bottom. So it's kind of has like a double envelope here and one out of the top. Then it folds up. Now mine I've made using some of the craft magnets, so it closes with the magnets. But if you don't want to use or don't have the magnets, you can always, instead of putting the bow here, you can tie the bow around the box to keep it closed. So I'm going to share with you this evening how to make it with, boy, it got shadowy really quick. All right, sorry about that. And we're going to use it, and I'll show you exactly how I do it with the magnets. Now, when I use magnets, I keep them hidden. So I actually will apply them to my project and then put the DSP over top. So then they don't even know that it's there. Yeah, I know. They're so cute, really cute. So they're perfect to add the little musical notes to the paper. See, this paper has the staff with all the notes and things, and this would be perfect to add a little bit of the musical note embellishments as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. As you know, with every one of my projects, you can always go to my blog following the live stream and find my blog. I'm having a brain moment here. My blog is www.thewexfordstamper.blogspot.com, and you can find the blog post from this evening. It will have all the dimensions, it will have all the pictures, and there will be a downloadable PDF that you can use. So all those will be possible. Now I'm gonna go over here and turn on another light. All of a sudden it got like super dark. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, there, that looks a lot better. I felt like I was getting really, really dark here. I feel better now. Okay, so yes, these are available, and I upload this video to my blog post, and then the blog post goes live this evening. I try to do that right away just to get it out of the way and go on to the next. Okay, enough talking, Barb. All right, let's go ahead and make our box first. Okay, so if you notice this, it opens up like this. It's really just one long strip. And then we create these little pockets here. And then I put a little bit of the cute paper with the notes on. And then you can see that I cut out a little bit of that with my oval punch. All right, so it's really a simple design, but it's different. I've not done this one before. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start with a piece of pecan pie cardstock. And this cardstock is cut at 9 inches by 6.5 inches. This is a new neutral. The pecan pie is a new neutral with the color refresh. Really pretty. It's a little more red or gold than like crumb cake. It's a little warmer. Oh, really? They must love Ghirardellis out there just like we do, Jean, right? All right, so here we go. This is our piece of pecan pie cardstock measuring 9 by 6.5 on the long side. Okay, that's the 9-inch side. We're going to score at 1.5. I'm gonna put that out. Okay, so move this over. Got, all right. 1.5, 2.25, 5.25, 6. Okay, so that was 1.5, 2.25, 5.25, 6. Remember, all those will be on my blog. Now we're going to turn it on the short side, and we're going to score at 3 and 6. Okay, that's it. All right, now let me bring in my template here so you can see exactly how things roll here. Okay, so what you're going to be creating is one side of your template will be the full length of 9 inches. The other side, we're going to be cutting out some sections, and then these are going to fold over to create your little pockets. Okay, so this is what it will look like when you're finished. Now let's grab the pecan pie here. Now I'm going to go ahead and get my scissors. And the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and fold on my score lines because it makes it a lot easier to see what I'm doing. Hope everybody's having a great day. It was really nice and cool today here, like mid-70s. So it feels super good to have it cooling down here. I imagine up in Pennsylvania it's getting cold in the evenings. All right, so now I have all my paper folded. I'm going to hold it in the portrait position, and I'm going to make sure that that thin 1/2 inch panel here is along the left-hand side. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and make sure that my 2 large panels are at the bottom and the 2 smaller panels are at the top. So skinny down the left, large at the bottom, smaller at the top. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move up to this thin panel here that comes up after the larger one here, and I'm going to cut that completely out of the paper. Okay, so the skinny little panel here that's between the 2 larger panels, we're getting rid of that. Okay, so you're going to cut across, then up the vertical, and then back across, cutting everything out all across the vertical score line there, and you have that section cut out. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing up here. Okay, we're going to cut out that same section, but we're also going to cut out the section above because this is the side that's going to have our flap that flaps over. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut that small section out, but instead of stopping, we're going to go right up to the end of the paper, just like that. Okay, so that's what you're going for, kind of like a letter F, I don't know. Okay, so now the last thing you're going to want to do is you want to cut a little bit off here because these are going to be the flaps that we put a little bit of adhesive on and close to create our pockets. Okay, okay, now we're moving along. We're ready to start our designer series paper. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is put the designer series paper on the pockets. And for those, we're going to use the musical note DSP. And these are cut at 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Okay, now we've got to be careful because when we put these together, this one is going to be upside down if we're not careful. Okay, so you want to make sure that this one is here like that, and then this one is going to be upside down. So they're kind of facing each other. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue and attach those right to those flaps that are going to create the pockets. This one here is upside down, and this one's right side up. Yes, it is, Mary, and I sent your sister a brownie recipe. Did she give you a chance to eat any, or did she eat them all? Yes, we had them, and they were a hit. They're chocolate brownies with pumpkin in them. Really, really delicious. Okay, so those are done. Okay, now before we create the pockets, we're going to go ahead and put a little bit of a notch at the top so you can kind of grab your little chocolate out. You can see right here, so you can pull it out. And what I used this oval punch. This is still available in the catalog. And you're going to want to cut an oval out of this on the top and this on the bottom because they're going to fold up. All right, so let's turn this around, and I'm just going to go straight in, maybe at a third of the way up. Don't need a big amount of space there cut out. And then I'm going to turn this one the opposite way and cut that out. Okay, so you'll notice that, okay, they're on the opposite ends of each other. Oh, you ate them all. Oh, I love it. I know, they were good. Ours are almost gone as well. All right, let's go ahead and put some glue on that. We're going to turn it over, and now I'm going to fold that back and create the two pockets here. One down here and one up here. Okay. Now the bottom of the pockets is open. So you don't have to worry though, because the pouch is going to pretty much stay together, that they're not going to fall out. Okay, so now you have your spots for your GHIRARDELLIs. Run there. One there. And it just folds up. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and finish up the outside of the box. That is our inside all done. I guess you could, if you wanted to, put a little message in there as well. That would look lovely. All right, so I'm going to close it up, and now I'm going to show you how I put my magnets on. Okay, before I place my designer series paper, I'm going to grab a magnet. Now, if you need the link to these magnets, I get these on Amazon. Okay, they're the best ever. They're incredibly strong, and I will post the link if you need it. But I've been getting them for several years. They come in this cute little plastic box. I think there's like 100 in here, 150. So you can make plenty of cards, and they're really small, 8 millimeters by 1 millimeter. So they're tiny. They don't make a big lump on your card. So I love them. All right, so what you're going to do first is you're going to take either one of your magnets. You're going to grab your roll of glue dots. I find this is the best way to get them placed before you put the glue on for the DSP. I'm going to grab it with my pick tool, and then I'm going to just place it right about here. Maybe an inch down from the top. Okay, and this is going to fold over. So there we go. Now, once that's down, I can go ahead and place my paper. Okay, and the paper on the outside, I'm using one of the more greenery type. Okay, this one here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. This is also 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Oh, I'm glad you love it. Yeah, hey, gift cards are always a good option. So now that that's down, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place some glue on my designer series paper, and then it covers up that magnet. So when your recipient opens the box, they won't really know it's a magnet until they really kind of figure it out. I've seen other demos that just leave it, you know, on the outside, and that's fine, but I like to hide it. And these are thin enough that you can do it. All right, so there's the front of my box, all finished. The magnet is underneath. Now I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to put a square on the back. This is optional, but I like to put on the back of the box so it looks good coming and going, right? And that's the same size, 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Okay, now this is where the magic happens. I'm going to fold down, okay, the front flap. Then I'm going to take my magnet, I'm just going to drop it on the box, and it's gonna find that magnet, other magnet by itself. Okay, so I know that is the right position for the magnet. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back, and without moving the magnet off the flap, I'm gonna grab a glue dot and just pick it up a tiny little bit so I can put this underneath so it won't move when I go to put my designer series paper on it. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, now we're gonna take the second piece, or the smaller panel. We already have 2 on there, and let me look at my directions here for the size of that piece. That is 2 7/8 by 1 3/8. Okay, and with your magnet already placed and both attracting each other, you're just going to go ahead and take your final piece of designer series paper and put it right over. You might want to open it up so you can kind of squeeze the paper around the magnet, just so it doesn't have any lumps and bumps, and then just fold it right back down, and it's stuck. All right, time to get them out. Oh, you've been using them too. You must have a big stock. Yep, get them out. They're fun. There's so many different things you can use with the magnets. There's some really cute cards you can make as well. So get them out and use them for this season for sure. All right, so looks like we are ready to roll with our embellishment on the front. I kept it pretty simple. Okay, I took a white, basic white 2-inch circle, and I just layered it onto a coordinating cherry cobbler scallop. Okay, then I took some of the cute little greenery from this. I love the greenery in these. You know me, I've talked about that already. This one is in the shaded spruce. This one is in granny apple green. And I'm just gonna go ahead and dot a little, here, I'll bring in my sample here. I'm just gonna dot a little bit of glue, and I'm gonna kind of layer them to the right side. And it looks like I put the shaded spruce one on first. Just a tiny little bit of glue. Don't worry about covering the whole thing. And I'm just gonna lay that just like that on the right hand side. Whoops. And get that goo bob out of there. Gonna have to get my adhesive eraser. I love that thing. There we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the granny apple green little sprig on there then. Just a little bit. I just put a little glue in the center, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of layer them on top of each other like that. Okay, then I have some cute little berries. Let me grab the berries here. They are teeny tiny, easy to lose, but I'm trying not to. Here they are. There's one, and then there's a cluster of 2. This is actually a die, if you can believe it. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. Jump in. And that is one of the dies that is in this suite. Now, what I'll do with this is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue towards the base here. Because if I try to put a little bit of glue on the dot and then try to pick it up, I'm going to make a mess. So I'm going to grab my pick tool. If you guys don't have one of these, you need to get one for the holiday cards, because you're going to need to use them for the sequins and all the cool things. It has a little putty end on this end, and you can just pick up the piece and lay it right down where you want it on your card. And then I kind of turn it over like that, and I hold it down with my pokey end. That's a technical term, pokey. And then I put the last one down here, and then that keeps a lot of that yucky glue off your hands. So you don't want that, that's for sure. All right, oh, I hope I'm not frozen anymore, Dawn. I hope I'm improving a little bit. Okay, now we're going to add the happy holidays. Okay, and what I'm going to do for that is I'm just going to take the 2 sentiments from the Christmas classic. It is Happy Holidays, and I'm just going to go ahead and stamp those on a piece of the basic white cardstock. Now, where is my little scrappy scrap? I don't want to stamp on that piece. Okay, hold on. I gotta get a scrap. Got a scrap. Okay. So I'm gonna just go ahead and stick both of the words onto a block and just stamp them right here onto the basic white. And I cut these out. I call it ransom note style. I'm sure you all have seen those ransom notes where they cut the words out of the magazines and things. So maybe you guys have written a ransom note or whatever. No judgment here. We're all friends, right? But this I like to do when I don't have a lot of space to use a big full sentiment. So sometimes if I cut something up, make it shorter, it just looks a little better. So we're going to go ahead and cut out the happy and the holidays ransom note style. And then I'm going to go ahead and grab my dimensionals. And these are the perfect dimensionals to use when you're doing these. See these ones here on the edge? You're just going to take your snips, cut 2 little pieces off there, and they're the perfect size for your little words here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those on the back. Okay, and I'm going to grab my pick tool again and get those little backings off. And then we're going to go ahead and place those on my circle with my sprigs. All right, let's see. We're going to put happy up here. And looks like holidays is kind of straight across. We need to leave room at the bottom for our bow. Okay, so there we go. There is your cute little embellishment for the front. You're going to grab dimensionals again. This time you want whole ones. And you just put them right here in the center of the flap, right at the edge. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take those off. And then I just pick up. Okay, and I lay that right there. Oh yes, use those all up, Jean. All right, so there we have it. Okay, that is our little box. I do want to finish it off with a little bow. I'm going to use the ribbon from the suite. It's called the Very Vanilla and Basic Black. Thank you, Lynn. I think it's a great, great one. This can be really used for any occasion, but everybody loves those GHIRARDELLI squares, and they're starting to put out all the fancy flavors. So get to your stores, start buying them. Okay, just gonna tie my bow right off the roll, and then I can cut it away. Then finally, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my glue dots one more time. It's a perfect little box. Perfect little box. Not real complicated, but boy, they'll be really thrilled and impressed with your crafting abilities. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and put the bow there on the bottom. So there you have it. There is that box. And that come out so cute. I love this one. This one will probably be well used for me for gifts. I just love this. And then you have the pretty notes on the DSP there, and that's what I kind of took from to make my coordinating card. So let me go ahead and put the coordinating card together. This is a quickie. Not a whole lot to do for this one. Okay, we're going to be using a piece of the cherry cobbler. Let me grab my card here. My craft space here is getting like my regular craft space. Oops, uh-oh, now I'm dropping my Noel. All right, well, here is the sample. Let me pick up my Noel here so we don't have to spell some strange word. Okay, got my Noel back. All right, now what I used for this is I used some of that pretty wood-grained foil paper. You can see that. And I just love this greenery frame that comes with the dies. Just so pretty, so detailed. And I've cut some out, you know, with the green as well. It's just gorgeous. And I just thought that would be so pretty. I really kind of wanted to focus on the foiling for this card. All right, so I'm gonna take this piece of cherry cobbler, and this one is cut a little differently. It's 4 1/4 by 11, and then I'm gonna fold it in half. So we're going to have a card that has the fold at the top. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and take a piece of the pretty musical notes, just like we used for the box, the interior of the box. And I'm just gonna place this right on the front. The size is 4 by 5 1/4. Okay, then we're gonna take this cool little greenery frame. Isn't that so pretty? I love it with this foil wood paper. Yep. So I'm gonna just go ahead and place that in the center. I wanna have about the same amount top and bottom. And I'm just gonna put that flat down on the card. Okay. Yes. If anything screams Christmas, it's a little bit of greenery and a little bit of gold, right, girls? So there's what we have so far. Now we're gonna bring in this little square that I cut out, here it is, using the cherry cobbler. And this is a square that's in the suite because it's going to be placing right here like that. Yep, the bundle that, let me check on the paper, the bundle that has that frame is the Christmas Classic bundle, but the bundle that has the Noel is the other one. So you kind of have to decide which you like, or just get both, right? Okay, so now I'm gonna grab my Noel. These I cut out of the wood grained gold foil as well. And these I'm just gonna place on the square and try to do my best in organizing them and centering them. Okay, so here's my N. That's gonna go up here in the top corner. You could, if you want, you could put those on dimensionals. That would be a lot of effort. So what I decided to do is I'm just gonna put the whole piece on dimensionals. Once I get it all put together, I'll just put the square panel up on dimensionals rather than trying to do the letters. That'll drive me a bit crazy. Okay, so here comes the E. So cute. I love the letters here. And last of all, we have our L. So we're going to put the Noel on the front. Just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and using some dimensionals. My fingers are sticky. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back. And then we're going to place that right in the center of our greenery frame. That's what I'm going to call it, because I don't know what else to call it. Yes, I know. I came to that conclusion myself, Jean. I like that. I like that. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to get both of them then. It's worth it. This is one that you'll be able to use year after year. It's very traditional. All right. And I'm going to be doing projects using this bundle for most of next month. So I'll give you lots of great ideas. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Dawn. Come back and watch the replay. So there is our Noel. Isn't that so pretty? All right, so let's do some quick stamping for the inside. I've got my white panel here, and I'm gonna grab my cherry cobbler ink, and I found this really, really pretty little holly. Let me see which one that's in. That's this one here. This is a real pretty stamp set. Right here, this little holly sprig here. I've used this on a project that's coming up. So, and I'm just gonna go ahead and stamp it with the cherry cobbler and just put that to the side there. Such pretty detail in that stamp, love it. Then I'm gonna come in with my memento and I'm going to put one of the sentiments, and I'm going to be using the season's greetings. So I'm going to put that right above my, just like that, and put that ink away before I get it on myself and my project. All right, now I'm going to turn that over, and then this is just going to go right inside of my card. Still gives you plenty of room to write a message. And then there you have it. So there's the card right there. And then we have our cute little boxes. So this is the end of the tutorial for this evening. I hope you love this cute little GHIRARDELLI box. Go out tomorrow to your local CVS and grab you a bag of those delicious GHIRARDELLIs and you can get started on these. If you are in need of the link for the magnet, please leave a message on this live stream and I will make sure that I get that to you. Thanks again for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Remember, I started a Monday Fun Day live stream. I'm doing something every Monday now to share what I am working on over the weekend. So now you can see me on Mondays and Wednesdays. If you're really desperate for entertainment, you can get me twice. So Monday, I have another great Christmas idea. So tune back in Monday, 7 o'clock. So have a wonderful weekend and keep on stamping. Bye-bye now.